Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine just dropped a bombshell that nobody could have predicted. After years of standing strong and defending her marriage, she's now admitting that her husband, Dr. Damon, may have had a girlfriend, and the receipts are jaw-dropping. Fans are calling her out, cast members are weighing in, and the picture-perfect image of this couple is unraveling right before our eyes. But here's the part they don't want you to hear. Welcome back to the channel, the place where we uncover the biggest controversies, trending scandals, and untold truths rocking the entertainment world. Today, we're digging into the explosive confession made by Dr. Heavenly Kimes from Married to Medicine. In a shocking moment, she admitted openly that her husband, Dr. Damon, better known as Dr. Daddy, may have had a girlfriend. Yes, you heard that correctly. The very same Dr. Damon that Heavenly has fiercely defended for years is suddenly at the center of rumors, whispers, and speculation. And this revelation hasn't just rattled the fans, it's reignited old questions about loyalty, authenticity, and honesty within one of reality TV's most iconic marriages. And the deeper you look, the more startling the details become. Was Dr. Heavenly protecting Damon all this time? Did she reveal more than she ever planned to? And what about the other castmates, the ones who hint they know much more than they've ever said out loud? Stick with me, because in this video we're breaking down everything from the origins of the rumors, to Dr. Heavenly's shocking confession, to the cast's raw reactions, and even the behind-the-scenes truths that could forever change how fans view this relationship. You won't believe what was revealed, and you definitely won't believe who got caught in the middle of the fallout.
The whispers that Dr. Damon might have a girlfriend didn't just appear out of thin air. They've been brewing in the Married to Medicine universe for years, hidden beneath the surface, spreading quietly through blogs and flaring up during tense reunion moments. Longtime viewers of the show will recall that while Damon, affectionately nicknamed Dr. Daddy, was portrayed as the calm, supportive husband, the cameras were always rolling, and reality TV has a way of magnifying even the tiniest cracks in a relationship. It started with sly comments and shady accusations from fellow cast members. Married to Medicine has always thrived on drama, with marriages often becoming the prime target each season. And for Heavenly and Damon, it was no exception. Castmates began dropping hints, both on and off camera, that Damon might not be quite as spotless as Heavenly claimed. Soon, rumors that he'd been seen with another woman started circulating on social media, catching fire on fan pages and gossip sites. At first, Heavenly brushed it all off with laughter. She clapped back at fans online, calling the claims complete lies. On her YouTube channel, she regularly bragged about having one of the most solid marriages in the group, even throwing shade at couples dealing with their own cheating scandals. But here's the twist: every time she got overly defensive, fans couldn't help but wonder, why so much energy? Why offer so many explanations if there's really nothing to hide? Things escalated quickly once a few behind-the-scenes clips surfaced, with cast members hinting they knew more than what viewers were seeing on camera. The idea of Damon having a supposed girlfriend began to feel less like random chatter and more like an open secret. And if you followed this franchise long enough, you know where there's smoke, there's usually fire. But the real turning point came when Heavenly herself addressed the rumors directly in her own words. Trust me, what she said wasn't the typical denial we've grown used to hearing. This is the moment where things truly turned explosive. For years, Dr. Heavenly has built her image on being bold, outspoken, and unapologetically honest when it comes to other people's relationships. She's never hesitated to throw shade, call out double standards, or put castmates on blast. But when it came to her own marriage, she had one golden rule: no one was allowed to question Dr. Damon. She defended him fiercely, shutting down even the smallest whispers that suggested he might not be faithful. Which is exactly why what happened next shocked everyone. During one of her candid live streams, a space where she usually connects with fans and spills tea about the show, Heavenly slipped up and admitted something nobody expected. When the subject of Damon and infidelity came up, instead of brushing it off with her usual quick denial, she acknowledged the rumor in a way that felt less like dismissing it and more like confirming there was some truth there. In her own words, she said Damon had a girlfriend. She quickly tried to soften the comment by suggesting it wasn't in the way people assumed, but the damage was already done. Fans caught on immediately. Within minutes, social media was lit up. Clips circulated across Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube gossip channels. People were stunned that after years of presenting her marriage as uncheckable, Heavenly herself had let such a statement slip. The reaction came fast and it was divided. Some fans insisted she was joking, using sarcasm, or exaggerating like she often does. After all, Heavenly is known for her sharp tongue and dramatic delivery, but others weren't convinced. They pointed out that the way she said it didn't come off as a joke at all. It sounded more like a frustrated admission, a rare moment where her guard finally dropped, and this is where things got even juicier. Her castmates had a field day. For years, women like Quad Webb and Mariah Hook had been hinting that Heavenly wasn't being entirely honest about her marriage. Now, with this confession, they suddenly had ammunition. It was no longer just whispers, it was Heavenly's own words being thrown back at her. But perhaps the most telling detail was Damon's silence. While Heavenly laughed, clapped back at fans, and tried to spin the narrative, Damon stayed completely quiet. He didn't deny it, he didn't step in to clear things up. And in the world of reality TV, silence often speaks louder than words. So now the real question wasn't simply whether Damon had a girlfriend, but why Heavenly felt the need to bring it up at all. Was she trying to get ahead of a story before anyone else exposed it? Was it simply a slip of the tongue or a calculated move to take control of the narrative before it spiraled out of her hands? And if you thought that part was shocking, just wait until you hear how the Married to Medicine cast reacted behind the scenes, because their response made this entire scandal even juicier. If there's one thing Married to Medicine is famous for, it's that these women do not hold back, especially when someone's marriage is the topic of discussion. So when Dr. Heavenly's confession hit the internet, the cast's reactions were nothing short of explosive. Let's begin with Quad Webb, who has always shared a complicated history with Heavenly. Quad, having gone through her own very public divorce, has often clashed with Heavenly's harsh judgments. For years, Quad has been accused of exaggerating or stirring the pot, but when Heavenly admitted Damon might have had a girlfriend, she wasted no time. Quad reportedly reminded fans that she had always hinted Heavenly's marriage wasn't as picture-perfect as it appeared. Suddenly, Quad's past comments felt prophetic, and viewers began revisiting old clips where she had dropped subtle hints about Damon's behavior. Next, we have Dr. Simone Whitmore and Dr. Jackie Walters. These two are often considered the voices of reason on the show, but even they couldn't remain silent. Simone, who has had her own marital issues play out on camera, allegedly felt both shock and vindication. She previously endured sharp criticisms from Heavenly regarding her relationship with Cecil. Now with Damon's name caught up in scandal, Simone had little sympathy. Fans quickly noticed how she began liking and commenting on posts about Heavenly's slip-up, fueling speculation that she may have known more than she'd ever admitted. Dr. Jackie, meanwhile, kept relatively quiet in public. Still, fans speculated that even she couldn't ignore the irony. Heavenly, who had built her brand around calling out other people's relationships, suddenly found her own marriage under harsher scrutiny than ever before. But perhaps the most fiery reaction came from Toya Bush Harris. Toya and Heavenly have clashed more times than anyone can count, and this situation was the perfect chance for Toya to throw shade. In fan conversations, Toya allegedly implied that she wasn't surprised at all by the revelation, suggesting that Damon's rumored girlfriend had been whispered about in their circles long before fans ever picked it up. Whether Toya had real proof didn't matter, the mere insinuation was enough to send social media into a frenzy. And of course, we can't forget the fans themselves. Married to Medicine viewers are among the most vocal and loyal in all of reality television. Twitter threads, Reddit forums, and YouTube recaps dissected every single word Heavenly said. People analyzed her tone, her body language, and even Damon's silence. Some defended her, insisting she was only being sarcastic or joking in the heat of the moment, but others argued she had finally slipped and revealed a truth that had been hidden for years. And this fallout wasn't confined to gossip blogs. Mainstream entertainment outlets soon picked up the story, publishing headlines like, Dr. Heavenly admits Damon had a girlfriend. Married to Medicine's solid couple faces cheating allegations. Rumors began spreading everywhere, adding even more pressure on the couple to finally respond. Behind the scenes, sources close to production claimed the entire cast was buzzing with speculation. Tension on set reportedly hit new levels, with shifting alliances as people started choosing sides. Some believed Heavenly was finally getting a taste of her own medicine, while others worried this storyline might overshadow the rest of the season. And here's the kicker: Damon still said nothing. His silence only amplified the rumors, making it seem as though Heavenly was left carrying the entire burden of responding. While he carefully stayed out of the spotlight, to fans that silence was deafening. And if you've been in the reality TV world long enough, you already know one thing: fans act like detectives. The second Dr. Heavenly slipped and admitted Damon had a girlfriend, the internet launched into full-on investigation mode. Screenshots, old interviews, throwback clips, nothing was off limits. Within hours, supposed receipts were circulating online, and the picture they painted was far more complicated than Heavenly likely ever intended. The first wave of so-called receipts came straight from social media. Fans began digging through old posts from Married to Medicine, watch parties, and live events. A few blurry photos surfaced, showing Dr. Damon standing beside women who were definitely not Heavenly. Now, to be fair, most looked like harmless fan pictures, but in the world of gossip, perception matters far more than context. People started asking, who were these women? Why was Damon always so private? And why were they never straightforward answers about his whereabouts when cameras weren't rolling? Then came the resurfaced footage. Hardcore fans dug up clips from earlier seasons where Damon appeared visibly uneasy whenever fidelity was mentioned. One reunion in particular started making the rounds online. In that moment, Damon sat quietly while Heavenly clashed with the other women over cheating allegations. His silence back then, much like now, left fans suspicious. Some argued he was simply steering clear of drama, while others claimed his quietness was a sign of guilt. But things didn't stop there. A few gossip bloggers went further, claiming they'd spoken to people in Atlanta who alleged Damon had occasionally been spotted out with another woman. None of those claims were ever confirmed, but the timing of these resurfaced stories made it feel as though puzzle pieces were finally falling into place. Was this the mysterious girlfriend Heavenly herself had hinted at, or just rumors snowballing into something bigger? One of the most discussed receipts came from a fan on Twitter who claimed to have direct messages from someone close to the cast, suggesting Damon's alleged girlfriend had been known for years. According to the so-called insider, everyone stayed quiet because of Heavenly's influence. That alleged DM sent fans into a frenzy. Suddenly, the question shifted from "is Damon cheating?" to "how much has Heavenly been hiding all along?" And then came the body language experts. YouTube channels dedicated to analyzing celebrity couples began dissecting Damon and Heavenly's on-screen interactions. Analysts pointed out moments where Damon seemed disengaged, or times Heavenly appeared overly defensive, suggesting she was compensating for something. Whether people believe those theories or not, they added yet another layer to the scandal. Still, the most powerful receipt of them all wasn't a picture or a DM. It was Heavenly's own words. Fans replayed her confession again and again, dissecting every single word. For many, the fact that she didn't immediately deny it, the fact that she even let the word girlfriend slip, was the ultimate piece of proof. After all, in the world of Married to Medicine, words carry weight, and once they're spoken, there's no taking them back. Naturally, all this digging only raised more questions. If Damon truly had a girlfriend, who was she? Why didn't she ever come forward? And why, after all this time, did Heavenly choose now to let such an admission slip? The ripple effect of Dr. Heavenly's confession about Damon having a girlfriend was massive. It didn't stay limited to Twitter debates or gossip blog headlines. It began bleeding into their marriage, their public image, and even their livelihood. Because when you're a reality TV power couple, everything you say or don't say becomes part of your brand. And a single slip of the tongue can shake the entire foundation. Let's begin with the marriage itself. Fans have long seen Damon and Heavenly as one of the steadier couples on Married to Medicine. While others on the show dealt with cheating scandals, money disputes, or separations, Damon and Heavenly projected unity. Heavenly often described him as a rock, her calm in the chaos, the one person who balanced her fiery nature. But after this confession, people started questioning that image. On social media, many speculated that if Damon did have a girlfriend, Heavenly must have known all along and simply covered it up to protect appearances. Others suggested that Heavenly's constant bragging about her marriage was never really about confidence at all, but a sign of insecurity. Slowly, These conversations started to reshape the way fans viewed their relationship, from solid and untouchable to fragile and built on secrets. And the cracks began showing in subtle ways, while Heavenly continued her bold, outspoken persona. Online, fans noticed a change in her tone whenever Damon's name came up. Instead of playful jokes or lighthearted bragging, there was a sharpness, a defensiveness in her words that suggested the rumors were beginning to get under her skin. And Damon's ongoing silence didn't help that to fans. It looked as though he was pulling away, leaving Heavenly to weather the storm on her own. Now let's talk about reputation. In the Married to Medicine universe, reputation is everything. It shapes how the audience perceives you, how your fellow cast members treat you, and even how the network frames your storyline. Heavenly had built hers on being outspoken, brutally honest, and quick to point out other people's flaws. But this scandal flipped everything. Suddenly, she wasn't the one exposing others, she was the one being exposed. And that reversal was huge. Critics began calling her a hypocrite, highlighting the irony of the woman who mocked other people's marital struggles, now being caught in one herself. Her credibility as the show's truth teller took a major blow. And in reality TV, once viewers begin doubting your authenticity, winning them back is an uphill battle. But maybe the most damaging consequence of all was on their business. Let's not forget Damon and Heavenly are respected professionals. Outside the show, Damon is a physician and Heavenly is a dentist with multiple successful practices. Together, they've leveraged their Married to Medicine fame to grow their brand, appearing at events, hosting workshops, and expanding their influence far beyond TV. But cheating rumors can destroy more than just a marriage. They can shake the very foundation of a brand. Scandals like this can damage a brand. Business partners, colleagues, and clients keep a close eye on these headlines. And for a couple whose careers depend so much on public trust, being caught in the middle of such controversy is dangerous. Even if the rumors turn out to be false, perception often carries more weight than reality. Just having the phrase, "Dr. Damon had a girlfriend" linked to their names could leave a lingering stain on their professional image for years. Beyond that, their place on Married to Medicine itself might be on the line. Reality TV feeds off drama, and producers know exactly how to stretch a scandal to its limits. What started as nothing more than a slip of the tongue could quickly spiral into a full-blown storyline in the upcoming seasons, forcing Damon and Heavenly to relive the whispers and accusations again and again in front of millions. And the more the storyline gets replayed, the more difficult it becomes to untangle truth from speculation. But here's the twist: for every negative consequence, there's also a strange advantage. Scandals keep people talking. The more Damon and Heavenly's names trend, the more relevant they stay in the world of pop culture. So while their marriage, their reputation, and their businesses may suffer blows, their visibility skyrockets. And in the reality TV universe, being talked about even for the wrong reasons often translates into longevity on the show, bigger contracts, and an even larger platform. Which leads to the real question: is the scandal tearing them down? Or is it quietly boosting their fame? And if it's the latter, just how far would they be willing to go to keep that storyline alive?